Peace, and blessings. Coming to you live from gorgeous Prince George's. It's another episode of Can We Be Fragrant? And today we got the heavy hitters here. I'm so nervous because I don't know what they are going to bring out. What are they going to hit us with today? I know Nigel has been talking trash all week about his fragrance. I really don't expect much from him, but today we have someone that I met at a fragrance event. I think it's 2-3 weeks ago. We talked about it on the show. And it was a great event. I had such a good time. Got to meet so many like-minded fragrance enthusiasts. Made a lot of connections. That got you here today. Me and Nigel, we've been talking about different things regarding the show and the event. And I want to thank you for coming on, Tawina. Tawina.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So before you got here, right, we was all sitting around. I was like, how do you pronounce the first name? Because I said something, then I asked him when he came back from the store. He's like, I was thinking about that before I came to the door, and I was like, how are we going to do this?
That's so funny. Yeah, no, I don't even take it personal. You don't know how often I hear that, so it's okay.
All right.
Yeah, you could, even if you forget, just ask me again.
Just ask again.
Okay.
It's all good.
I appreciate that energy too.
Yeah.
Tell us about yourself.
Okay. My name is Tawina. I grew up in Montgomery County, but I'm originally from Malawi, Africa.
Yes.
So I came here when I was 3 and pretty much grew up in Montgomery County.
Okay.
And yeah, I just got into my love for fragrances about a year ago. My best friend is the person who kind of got me into it. I don't know how she got into it, but she just was inspired, fell across something on TikTok, and then from there got me onto fragrances. And then she realized she's a signature scent kind of girl.
Okay.
So she left me once she found her thing.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm definitely not a signature scent kind of girl. I'm a go with the mood kind of girl. I need a wardrobe. I need options for seasons, for occasions, for all the things. So I kind of just got settled in and started doing TikToks for fun, not for anything else, just because I kept seeing reviews, and then I started to have an opinion and I didn't have nobody to talk to about it. So I was like, you know what, let me record. And if people connect, people connect. If they don't, they don't. But TikTok has just been a really great platform to connect with people within the fragrance community. I've just been blown away since I've started making content in regards to the community and just how welcoming and how vast it is, especially in the DMV area. And yeah, I'm just having a good time. I'm really grateful. I just love where this is going, and I love meeting new people. Like, this is awesome. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm really excited to just connect with you guys further. And, I feel like this is the budding of new relationships, So I really look forward to that.
What does your name mean?
We are one, and we have one. It depends on how you use it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, interesting. So what was your first fragrance that you got put onto or introduced to?
Like in life?
No. Just
okay.
When you were talking about your friend.
Okay, so at first, the first fragrance that really intrigued both of us and had us like in this rabbit hole was Escapade Gourmand. Both of us are like gourmand girlies. We love vanilla. We just want to smell yummy. You know what I mean? So both of us were like, nah, I need the quintessential vanilla fragrance. And we were on
Her
the
favorite.
hunt.
My favorite.
And I picked that up.
Yeah.
I was like, I feel like she likes milky, creamy kind of thing.
Uh-oh.
And do.
Not like that.
And do.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
So no pun intended. I'm not trying to get dirty up in here, but so that's what really started it. Then YSL Lieb
Oh, so good.
is what
So
drew me.
good.
And I was like going through videos to try to decide what to bring. And I was gonna bring that, and then I saw the video that you guys did for Valentine's Day. And I was like, dang, okay, she brought it. But that's really what like made me be like, oh, I love this fragrance. And then from there it was just, yeah. So that was like my first love.
I really like that fragrance. It just reminds me that it's levels in the fragrance game, and for a woman's fragrance, that one just, it does it for me. Like I smell that on somebody and I'm like, yeah.
I think it has the same effect with women too. Like,
sure.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
for sure.
well, not like
No, it's the same thing with like with men. Like a guy can come around and have another fragrance and you're like, oh, what is that? That smells really good. My favorite fragrance still we talked about it. I think it's having a battle right now. It's still Blue de Chanel. And I got put onto that from someone else that I smelt it on, and I was like, "Whoa, what is that?" Like, I gotta ask you, like, what is that you're wearing? Is that good? And I ended up going out and buying it. So I understand.
I have the fragrance. I hate it.
Really?
I do. Like, someone got it for me for a gift, and I first smelled it, and I was like, "Oh, it's nice," because I got it as a gift. But then I was like, "I'm never gonna wear this shit."
Oh.
And how long ago was that though?
This was like, I got that in like 2018, 19 as a gift, and I still got the same bottle.
When was the last time you smelled it?
That was what I was gonna say because
I don't like it, so I'm not gonna smell it.
no,
Your nose changes
Your
over
nose
time.
changes.
You know, you're probably right, but I know that smell has no, it doesn't for me.
You know what? Don't
Because
like it. Give me the bottle.
because there's some smells I've had right now that I like. Stallion, I loved it 20 years ago, 15, 17 years. I still love it today.
It's still a good fragrance.
Yeah, it's still a good smell. Like that, I don't feel like I would ever will like it. It just was the one that doesn't do it for me.
Nigel, good to have you back. Tell us what's been up with you since we last recorded.
Just really focusing on making contact back with you and everything. Because actually on Monday when I reached out to her, she was like, "Hey, funny thing, I was just about to text you," and I was like, "Well, let's go ahead and coordinate." It really just focusing on improving our brand and just getting better and getting focused, and then working on some things for the future, for our podcast, and then coordinating some other events coming up. But other than that, just the same old work, life, sleep.
Demon time.
Not in that order.
Always.
Always.
But yeah, just taking life how it come.
Jessica, what have you been up to?
I've just been on the hunt for more scents. I just
Hello. I feel
everywhere I go, I feel like I'm consumed by fragrance from someone telling me I smell nice, from me smelling someone. I pride myself in the fact that I'm around a lot of good smelling people all the time. Okay. And so I've just been really consumed. I've picked up 4 new fragrances recently. And I've really been trying to get into my social media bag with fragrances, putting out content because more often than not, people just don't know where to start. And I want to help with that. So, yeah.
For the record, I like both of you all's content. Yeah, I think you all do a great job with your post and putting people out there. You engage the community, and I just gotta say, I'm loving the hair. I'm loving the hair. It looks good on you.
Y'all, this hair was inspired by me going out of town and it was supposed to rain. And my hair is a bit bushy. So I needed something, simple. And I came across this girl on Instagram. And yeah, she gave me a little flower at the top, a little heart on the side. And
Love it.
I love that for me. So thank you, Kareem, for noticing.
You're welcome. Tell us about your fragrance, because I'm curious. I want to see the body and the bottle looks good, but how does the fragrance match?
Beautiful bottle.
Yes.
I mean, yeah. So, La Belle by Jean Paul Gaultier. She is my second love. I said YSL was my first. She was my second. And I brought her today because I just love moments when like a perfume makes you realize that you love a new note. And that was the moment for me with this. Like, Pear is now my second favorite note next to vanilla. Like, and I would have never have guessed it without like stumbling upon La Belle. This is a pear focused fragrance. It's kind of like poached pear or like a candied pear, very sultry. It's a crowd pleaser. And yeah, I just really love it. And then I realized after smelling this, and I was like, I think I like pear. I went back and looked at the notes for other fragrances I liked, and it happened to have pear in it. And so that's really, and then another note in here that I just discovered that I love is vetiver. And that was a
That was nice,
shock
yes.
for me because, again, I'm a gourmand girl. But apparently, a lot of fragrances that I really love have vetiver in it. And so that, when you have moments like that where you discover a new note, or when a fragrance is so good, it makes you fall in love with a certain note, it really helps pivot like where to go from there in regards to like your search. Now you're intrigued. And now it's like anytime I see a pear note in a perfume or it's a pear perfume, I'm like, let me get that. Let me see if I may like that too. Like, how many variations can I have with this? Like, what can pear do in a fragrance and all of that?
Right.
And I also brought her because I kind of feel like she is
I
mean.
knew you were gonna say that. I was gonna cut you off, and I was like, no, let her finish because I want to see if I'm thinking the same thing. Yes, I knew you were gonna say that's you.
Really?
I really did. I got that. I got that energy just now.
That's so funny. Yeah, no, I mean, she is sweet. I think I could be sweet, but she's complex. You know, with the vetiver, with the leather, you wouldn't expect that in such a like infamously loved female perfume. Um, so I think I'm a little complex.
Okay.
She's sultry. I got spice.
You got all of that.
I'm a little spicy. She has sex appeal. I've been told I give off a lot of sex appeal.
You got that too.
So,
Hey,
so I feel like we vibe, you know? So yeah.
So, at your event, and I probably will keep going back to this, but you had different fragrances out, and you didn't just like really focus in one direction. They all kind of showed something different. I think that's about you. Like that symbolizes you. From the first and only time that I've met you, is that each one of these fragrances kind of just gave a different glimpse into one of your different sides or personalities or things like that. I think this is one of them. I want to smell it and see what you
I am
thought.
so upset I missed that event. Jesus. I
Hey.
cannot wait for the next one.
Oh, it was a good time, I must say as well, but it's okay. There will be another time.
Well,
And do you guys want to know the notes or?
yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So it opens with pear and bergamot. The middle notes are floral notes and leather, and it dries down to a vanilla, vetiver, amber, and musk. I will say that the musk isn't really that prominent, and pear sticks around throughout. So
Okay.
I am interested.
No, when I first got to the event, I walked up there. I was like, I'm the first one here.
he was on time. I was like, who is this man?
She thought I was probably looking for the bar. That's what she really thought. And it was like, 'cause
I like this. I like this.
we had like a 20-minute conversation when I first got in there. Great time.
That's really nice. It's like a spice, but it's a good sweet.
You can smell the pear jump off on there.
So, funny story about this.
Oh.
Because I smelled this before.
Demon time.
All right, and I got it for somebody.
Okay.
Because they came on our podcast and I said, hey, Ty, in fact. I said, hey, I'm going to find you a fragrance. Because she only has one fragrance. So I smelled this and I was like, test case number one. And I got her that and sent it to her. She said she likes it, but it wasn't the one that's really for her, but we found the one for her later on.
Okay.
But I'll bring that on another day.
Oh, look at you.
It's like,
But what I'm also noticing
Yeah,
is that it's lingering. And I
Yes.
can smell it, and it
Yes.
smells really good.
It is.
and I think once it dries down, I think it has a little bit of like a sharp opening that kind of is like, is this?
Yeah, it's
but
like
when
a-
it dries.
It's like a bite. Like, it gets you initially, and then
I didn't pick up on that.
for me, it gives me the initial, but then the rest of my senses, like, it gives me a tingle in my body. Like, feels like, I like this.
I'm glad you said that though.
tingle
That it was lingering because what I'm smelling in the air doesn't necessarily smell like what's on paper,
Correct.
and I don't think that translates to what I'm smelling here.
Correct.
It smells better in the air than
Yes.
it does on the paper.
Paper.
And we often talk about your walk past air.
Yeah.
If somebody walked past me, I'm definitely asking what that is, because that smells really good.
Question: do you layer that with anything, or just that by itself and let it go?
Honestly, so sometimes I layer it with. The funny thing is, I actually fell in love with the Zara dupe of this before I actually smelled this.
What's the Zara dupe?
Sultry Pear.
Okay, I don't have that one.
It's like a green and blue bottle.
Okay.
It's so good, girl. So the thing about it is this one's like spicier, deeper. The Zara version is brighter. It's like a juicy, sweet pear. So sometimes I pair them together because it's just good.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Or sometimes I like want to just just magnify the scent. So then I'll pair it with the Le Parfum version of it.
Absolutely, yeah.
So yeah, but I don't play too. I'm still trying to figure out what else could go with it, but usually it's just with similar scents.
Got you. I like that.
Okay.
That smells good. Like you said, the sillage on that, I can imagine somebody walking past, you smell it, and it's like, oh, okay, who's this? Like you've caught my attention now. So when do you wear this? Is this a everyday for you type of thing? You reserve this for dates? What?
It is my. It's one of my secret weapons for dates.
Whoa. Listen,
And I can
listen. Okay.
It is.
Okay.
Oh, actually, you know what? What I do layer it with, I'm so sorry, but there is Swiss Arabian just came out with a Shagaf Oud Tonka.
Mm-hmm.
It's like in this Tiffany blue bottle. It just came out. It's like it smells like cherry and almonds. Pair it with this.
Uh-oh.
That's all. So yeah, so I definitely save it for that. I save it for like social events. It's a crowd pleaser. It's easy.
Absolutely.
But because it's deeper, I would like wear it for something. If it's during the day, later in the day, not like a brunch. I don't think I would really reach for this for brunch.
Okay. Nigel, what you got?
You know. So, you know, I love Haramains, different ones, right? So I went on this.
Go ahead.
Whatever. So I went on this journey of finding other Haramain fragrances that I like and don't like, or whatever. Trying to figure out, because you have the one he doesn't like anymore, or he loves it. Also gifted him a pair. We talked about it before. But I wanted to see what their next level up from just that base one. Everybody goes in the store. You see the gold box.
Hold on, what fragrance are we talking about that I don't like?
You say you don't like it because of memories. You'll never buy it again.
You talking about the gold edition?
Yeah.
Oh.
And that's my favorite.
Right.
And that's the one I've been wearing lately.
It's a very good fragrance. It just reminds me of deception and deceit. But anyway, go ahead.
So,
Thanks for reminding me.
so I ended up finding their profile portfolio editions. And I was like, okay, let me buy a couple of them. So I bought a range of them, and I bought some other ones.
Fancy.
I mean, whatever. So I wanted to get off, because normally I always say I bring the same type of scent.
You do.
Who is y'all?
Everybody says I bring a type since they're sweeter or they're more of
Jessica never said that.
in general.
You have a. So here's the thing, and I want you to finish. But right, like if there was a fragrance crime committed, and they would be like, "We know the profile. This is Nigel." But
Okay.
I felt like this fragrance, I liked it, and I said, this is not going to speak to my everyday fragrance that I have, something I wear every day. Because two of my favorite fragrances, one of my favorite everyday fragrance, it was the very one I brought on the first podcast, is the Platinum Coach Edition. Just as my everyday, I done bought that bottle like clockwork, probably like every 4 months, depends if I buy the big one or the little one, but now I just buy the big one and let that thing go. All right.
You've been buying a lot of fragrances over the past months, years, whatever. Do you find that you still reach for that Coach Platinum as often?
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, I know I can always pick it up, and if I just want to spray it on, I have no doubt I can blind pick it up. I don't even have to. I can go in the room in the dark, just pick it up because I know
Like a
that
dumb
bottle.
reach,
I can
yeah.
feel it. I just know it. You know, the little Coach has this little leather tab on top of it. I know exactly. That's the only Coach one I own. I don't like any of their other scents but that one. And they have some other ones, but other people like. They don't even think that's the best one, but I don't like it. You thought I liked New York. I hate New York scent. I think you brought that. You made me smell it.
Oh, the black one. That's the one I have. I like that one.
Yeah,
I like the platinum too, but
yeah.
go ahead.
All right. So
Fancy.
that is because you know when you go to the store, they got that cheap little one. That's the basic Al Haramain ones. You have to kind of go up to find this portfolio edition one.
Okay.
So
This looks like a attaché right here. Good.
So first of all, the case itself is in the leather. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, it still got the little plastics on it, but they cover it with leather, let you know you upgraded. You're gonna see how different fragrances when you open it. With the whole presentation, it gives you a little set in case like you about to be in some trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like soft but subtle.
Okay.
You know.
You are truly a man of theatrics.
I am. I always bring the case.
And
So
suspense. Go ahead.
even the presentation, you know, I love it. You know, even other ones don't have man, but this one pops off real good. Smell it. I can smell it from here.
Oh,
I would hope so. You can't smell it out of your nose. You just got
But
goop.
even I didn't expect the bottle to
I
look
did
like
not.
that. I didn't know what I expected.
Yeah,
That's
it,
beautiful.
from the hell. Let me just get to the smell. Let me let you smell because you know
Alhamdulillah.
I'm doing all this build up. It might smell like ass to y'all.
And does. Go ahead. Why are you passing it around? I'm loving the shirt. I'm loving the shirt. This is my what does it say? This is my
A weapon of choice.
weapon of choice. Okay. All right, you be on demon time.
Hey, no, I think a fragrance sets the tone for anything, especially if you.
No, it's not bad. Like I'm trying to figure out what the note is I'm smelling, but it's nice. Smell it. It's nice. I don't know what I was. I don't even think I was expecting it to smell.
Just because coming from me, you wouldn't expect this.
No, this is okay.
That's what I'm saying. You wouldn't expect this from me.
Correct, but it's nice. I smell it. Like
This to me smells like Nigel took the training wheels off his bike. That's what it smells like.
I mean, I'm not gonna go that far, but this is definitely
this.
not
Yeah.
like. So I guess I understand what you guys were saying about the typical Nigel
I like this.
scent because it's not the typical Nigel scent, but I really
What
like
is
that.
the typical?
First
Does oud have? Is oud present in the typical Nigel scent? What is?
No.
No.
Really?
I like oud, but no.
No, really.
No.
It's
You
a
said
lot of-
sweet.
It's a lot of mango, citrus.
Oh my
I
God.
smell tropical in there. That's what I was
Coconut.
about to say. I'm like, this is a summer fragrance. Is there tropical? Like, is there pineapple or something in there?
Nope.
Is there a leather in there?
Nope.
I'm confused. My nose is.
I do smell something leathery, but I
See?
smell like
It's like a.
I would say like pineapple and leather. Like
Yeah.
that's what
I
I'm getting.
mentioned the training wheels. Is there rubber in there?
No, so let me. If I said all this and didn't even say what it's called, so it's called Royal Stallion.
Oh, that's
Okay.
you did tell me they called you Stallion.
So it's the top notes is it's not in a certain order. They didn't lay it out that way, but bergamot and almond. Then when it dries down, you hit the vanilla. Because I thought of you when I smelled this too. When I started reading, I was like, I know she'll probably like this, but didn't
I
expect of
do.
it. The dry down to sandalwood, and then it just that's pretty much what most of them are in here. And it's just to me, it's more of a. It's no longer sweet, but it's still, which I like to say, more masculine. And craziness is unisex. I wouldn't expect a woman to wear this, but they say this.
I would
I
definitely
can see
wear
it.
it.
I can see it.
Okay, well, I could be wrong, you know.
It's beautiful.
But it gives a more masculine of a prefer of what I normally wear.
I really like that, and I don't typically like. Can I? I don't typically like almond,
Really, I love a good almond.
but this,
It doesn't smell like almond.
and it smells.
It's
so,
a good. Just said the dry down was the
It
sandalwood.
smells so
the amber.
fresh.
Yeah, it's a crisp, fresh, masculine smell to me.
This is definitely unisex. This is
Yeah,
definitely.
because I would wear that.
I would wear it.
There is this body wash that my dad used to wear back in the day. I don't know where he got it, but who sells the Brain 360? It's like, is that Whole Foods?
Zest? I don't know.
That's the Greek.
No,
No, it's like
no, I think it's Whole Foods.
okay.
Oh.
There was an almond body wash that my dad used to wear back in the day. That this is from my, and I used to love it. That's the only other almond thing I have ever liked, fragrance wise. And I wish I could remember what it was, but it was like a tall bottle, and I want to say it was Whole Foods, like their brand. Or I love that. I did not expect that.
Yeah, no, that's good.
I have a almond body wash. I think it's by L'Occitane, and I can see what you're talking
Yes.
about when you smell the almond. In there.
Pairing those, even the L'Occitane, like pairing that with
Shout out to you for knowing about L'Occitane.
I know a little bit about
something, something. Okay.
I love that, Nigel. I wasn't ready for that
this-
today.
Just
How'd you come across this?
actually, so I didn't find it in any stores because when you walk into a lot of these places, they only have
The basic
the
stuff.
basic Haramain stuff. And I said, like, let me just start Googling stuff. And then I was like, let me go to Amazon because I thought at one point I only thought I could find the Haramain in there before I started really digging into it, going to the s'mores. And I found it just going down to their actual website. I went to their actual website and I just started seeing a range of stuff from the $30 bottles to the $1,000 bottles they have. And I was like,
I didn't know they went
I
that
didn't
much.
know.
yes, yes. They have
Until you had came over one day and we were talking about fragrances and you was like, you looking into the Haramains and I'm like, I think I've smelled them on. He was like, no, it's levels to this. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I can't imagine because I know sort of I don't know what level that is that I'm used to smelling of their fragrances, but you said you had done some research and came
Yeah.
up with some better stuff.
I have what you call an addictive personality. So once I get into something, I said before, like I dive in it and I'm going to find it. I don't care like how do I get it, how long it's gonna take to get here. I want to go through the whole range. And then I start buying bottles and bottles. I said, like, I gotta support my pockets, take a step back. So now, and that was when I first started buying all the Haramains. Now I buy these discovery sets and everything. I don't buy the little samples anymore because it's like I don't feel like I can really get enough wear out of it to see if I actually like it. I need the discovery ones, a bigger, like a 2 milliliter bottle that I can test it out for a period of time before I go make the major purchases.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I suggest you buy the samples or the discovery set so you're not $300, even
Yeah.
even 120 for something that you don't like.
Yeah.
Crazy. This was only like 75.
Okay.
I mean, and I could have got it cheaper, but I mean, it's still I don't mind spending that for this, especially off of
luxurious though.
especially off
Like,
a blind buy.
it's $75.
I read I didn't even read the notes when I bought it. I bought four of their editions of these ones, different ones. So I had to go through a range of like walked over here today. I was like, which one? And this is the one I was like,
Yeah.
That
Is that your favorite one?
no, it's not. No, it's not. But I had to find something that was the other side of the bridge.
No. Like I don't want to speak for you, but did you mean like favorite from that brand?
Yes. From the
No.
4 that he got.
I think they're all different. They all give me. I don't have one over the other because they're just very different.
Okay.
I can say this is not my least. I would wear this more than the other 4 I got of them. I'd wear this the most because it still gives me a little bit of what I like, but it's that cleaner, more masculine scent. It's not on the softer side. Like if I had to wear this is not something I would wear on a date. This is more professional.
Yeah, I see that too.
Yeah,
thing
that's more of this one.
I was just about to say, whoever wears this means business.
Yeah.
I was just about to say,
Yeah.
whoever wears this means business.
Yeah.
And
I don't think this
It's
sends
clean,
chills to a
it's
woman's body.
elevated.
Like the reaction I expect when a woman hugs me, that I don't think this would give her that reaction. Like,
It would
oh, he
be-
looks good
think-
and he smells good.
Yeah, I think I would take mental notes,
Yes.
but I wouldn't say it to you. Like, if I would smell it on you, I'd be like, okay, he smells
I
like
would have
he takes care of
nostalgia,
himself.
but
That's noted.
I would ask what it is because I would want to know. I really like. I'm surprised. Not that I don't normally like your scent choices, but because I do.
Okay.
But this was different.
It's
but like in
different.
the best way. Like
They have a thing calling me a fun boy vibes all the time here, right? So
So intrigued to know.
but then Nigel had put me onto Haramain last. I guess that was a few weeks ago. We were at his house and he was sharing some of the discovery sets that he purchased with us, at his house. And so much so, I went and I bought the Al Haramain Gold edition, the Oud.
you did the extreme one or you did the
I just did the Oud Gold, whatever
Okay.
it is. I can't think.
Amber Oud.
Yes,
Oud,
Gold
that's it.
edition.
And then I
I
mixed
had
that
one.
with the YSL Le Parfum.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
My God.
you didn't come to play.
Here's a
My
question.
God.
I haven't got to the point where I'm thinking about what I'm gonna mix a fragrance with. But like, at what point do you get like, you know what? This smells amazing, but let me just mix this non-opposite thing and spray it together. I'm like, how do you get there?
Something that while I'm with you, if I paid money for a fragrance, I don't want to have to mix it with anything. I want it to just be whatever it is, right? But I have a secret weapon. I don't know if I want to reveal it today, but I have a secret
Like
weapon.
a technique.
No,
Oh.
it's a fragrance, and you can just put it with anything.
And I know what it is. And does it start? Okay, I'm gonna ask you what letter. Does it start with an M?
You already know.
Okay.
The secret society of fragrances here, like,
Yes.
like
Speak.
Listen,
I
you know
wanna-
what? Hold on, give me one. Okay, okay.
can't-
No,
You know what?
now you have
You know
to
what?
say
We'll
it.
say
yeah,
it.
you can't leave us out.
We'll talk about it.
You can't leave us out.
No, we
Okay.
won't. We will talk about after this. But
Yeah.
Okay.
this is actually something that I was going to bring on the show. I was just waiting for the right time, like the right
Okay.
setup or whatever, to bring it on and talk about it because it's dynamic and what makes it so great is that I could bring this and I could spray it on each one of us, and it's going to smell like something
Different.
completely different.
Yep.
It's all going to go in a different direction.
Interesting.
And that's the whole purpose of it. And guess what? It's only one ingredient.
Yep,
It's only one ingredient in this fragrance.
he's correct.
Yes.
Is it Cetilox?
No.
No.
No. We'll talk about it. But
The ingredient, that is.
no, that's not even that.
But I think what makes me want to
Ingredient.
mix stuff is, I think I told y'all this before, or layer things. I don't want to smell like everyone else.
Yes.
And sometimes, I post content, as you post content, people go buy the things that we recommend. Especially if they've had an experience with us smelling good. I don't want everybody to smell like me. So body chemistry is different, but sometimes I just want to take it to the next level. So I always just think, what would pair nicely with this?
Yeah, and I do think that specifically, I don't know, I don't know how different like the male fragrance community is, especially like on social media. But like for us, especially like if you're a girl that is really into a particular note, like a vanilla girl, I need several different variations of that.
Absolutely.
I need several different variations of marshmallow.
Yep.
So after a while, you end up
Our sisters.
girl. So after a while, you have all these vanilla and marshmallow things, and then you just start to get curious. Like these have a lot of similar things.
Tell me more.
Let me bring them together. Let me figure this out. So that's really what intrigues me, I think. And I think especially like in the fragrance community for the girls, we all somehow just love to layer. Also because like then it starts to become about skincare, body care, all of these things. So there's so many other elements. And then we're like, well, if we're going to add this lotion that has cherry as well as almond, and I'm making an almond, I'm wearing an almond perfume,
Right.
then let me see if this cherry perfume also goes with it. Let's mix it and then maybe marry the two, and it just starts.
This might be off topic a little, but I'm not sure. It might not be, or will be. So,
But yet you're going to bring it up.
I am still with us. So, of course, y'all wear makeup. And sometimes, like, when you spray a fragrance, does that mix in with the smell of the fragrance that you initially, because you're layering on your skin versus off your skin? Because now you have something on your skin versus like it's more of a powder and everything versus like a lotion or oil base. How you can.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if they put makeup on their arms.
No, I'm saying, but y'all spray it right here, but it still settles into their makeup as well. Because you can't choose where the vapor spray goes when you just spray right here. But you're spraying right here, it still hits.
So I don't know. I think that also depends on how that particular woman applies her fragrance. Like for me, I have a whole entire routine of how I do it, but specifically when I apply on my neck is when I'm like moisturized and not dressed yet before I do my makeup. That's when I do the spraying on the skin. And then usually when I'm dressed, when I do the last like reapply, that's kind of just like focusing on parts that aren't like up here. Yeah. So I don't know if I've never really had that instance where the perfume gets sprayed close to my face when my makeup is on.
Yeah, it was just curious. I mean, I don't know, so I'm just asking the question in general.
I don't really wear makeup that often on special occasions, so can't really.
We were just waiting for the milky substance that you enjoy.
You are so.
Wow.
This is what me and Nigel go through. In his defense, he does call me Queen V, so it all ties in because I love vanilla.
Okay.
So this scent has been in my Nordstrom cart for over a year. I had been wanting to try this, but I was just so unsure because of some of the notes. I knew it had some of the notes that I liked, but some of them kind of threw me off. I couldn't be more happy that I purchased this. And this is something that I would say, similar how to you say, this is you. When somebody smells this, I feel like they would think of me. So I'm just going to spray it. And I hope that it translates.
I'm excited.
But because
I've been wanting this. If I love
just
this,
gonna
I'm
spray a
buying
lot,
it
so
today.
hopefully-
Okay.
But again, I'm hoping and praying.
Uh-oh.
What's wrong?
How'd you come across this fragrance?
Okay, so I'm an ad girly. I always get sent ads. Okay, and it just popped up one day like it's something I should buy. That's how I literally came across it.
Okay.
And I went and I looked at the notes, and I said, So I just put it in my, and I said, whenever Nordstrom has a sale, I'm going to pick it up. But every sale they had, I just kept passing it by. But then I went to a fragrance outlet, Nigel. I'm a little nervous.
It's not that I don't like it.
Okay.
It's not that I love it.
Okay.
This smells like something that's just like a lotion to me. Like, but it's on paper right now, so I don't feel like this might be the most appropriate application for this.
She did say sprayed on your
So,
Now it does. It's settling. It settles well. It smells good. I just. I feel like it's supposed to be on the skin.
on my skin so you can smell.
Oh, I love this.
No.
So, see, does that make a difference for you?
It's.
This is good.
Not really.
It smells good. I just can't place. I can't place. I don't even smell vanilla at this point.
Oh, wow.
I don't-
You want to smell my hand?
Oh,
This
let me
is
smell it.
powdery.
Sorry.
I feel like, is there like lily of the valley or maybe some kind of powdery floral is in here?
So, it is a floral musky vanilla. So you are
This is
on
nice. This is
trend.
Yeah, it's nice. I
It's
just.
very light.
Yeah, it's light.
It's a clean girl
Yeah.
fragrance.
There we
The
go. If I had,
top
yeah.
notes are clementine and orchids. The middle notes are vanilla and magnolia. And then the base notes are white musks and amber.
I smell all the florals.
Okay. I can smell the
all
florals.
florals.
Yeah.
I don't smell much of
The vanilla-
anything but the musk and the florals.
Really?
Yeah, you can't. The
All right,
vanilla's
smell
not
your hand now.
pertinent.
Yeah, I think it's just
It's
the creaminess from
So
the
much better on you.
I told
Really?
you.
That's crazy.
Oh, I can't even. You know what? That is so true.
I'm trying to tell you, it smells so
That's
good
what
on
I
you.
was trying to tell you. Like,
No,
Wow.
you did. So for the audience,
Yeah.
before we got started, you were saying you wasn't sure if this translated well to
Paper.
on the paper, and I said let's just do both. I smell it, I like it, but on you, that's crazy. That's nice.
yeah, it smells like totally.
Anyway.
I'm good. I'm good.
Oh.
No.
Don't mean to offend you.
No.
It just smells for me totally different. And I sprayed it on myself when I bought it. And I said, okay, well, I'm just going to walk around. Like I sprayed it in the store because I was really interested in this one. And every store I went into,
It's that one.
someone was asking, like, what are you wearing?
This is so good.
And I would say, oh, do you like it? And they would be like, yeah. Like, well, what are you wearing? So, because I want to buy it. And it was this.
Yeah.
And this doesn't break your pockets either.
No, this does not. I think this was maybe $70-something.
Yeah.
On Nordstrom's website, it was a little bit more, but I bought it at like a fragrance outlet
Yeah.
store. So it was cheaper, but it does not break the pockets and it's clean enough, sweet enough that you could wear it every day if
Yeah.
you wanted to.
It's a good everyday.
Yes.
Like you going to the mall, like you said, perfect.
Yes.
I would put that on like for that daytime, moving around,
Yeah.
errands, things like
This
that.
isn't necessarily like a date night or anything because I would do a lot more for date.
Okay.
But this is just like an everyday. It's not gonna offend anyone.
Yeah.
It's clean. It's soft.
Yeah.
It's like it feels just an average day, but it smells good on you. I just didn't expect the smell. I thought it'd be something more pop.
Because of the bottle.
Really?
Yeah. I thought it'd be more pop.
Milkier,
Yeah.
creamier.
Yeah. To me, it just smells like. I think when I posted it in my story, I equated it to a cloud of scents or sorts because a cloud is light and airy, so it's like a cloud.
I love that.
So that's what
That's
I
perfect.
equated it to.
Is this an eau de toilette, eau de parfum?
Eau de parfum.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't think it says it on here, but I remember from the box.
Okay.
But it's very light, and again, it's not meant to be.
A powerhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just meant for someone who is maybe just getting started, and wants to explore something outside of their everyday scent, especially for people who sometimes wear like floral. This is a complex floral to me because it's
agree.
not just all floral. So I would say something like this, but I got a lot of compliments, and to me, it smells really good on me.
You
I love it.
are confusing to me. Right? You always seem to go in a different direction with the fragrance. You'll come with MFK, gentle fluidity. Then you'll come with something that's oud. Then you'll have something that's you'll fall back and it'll be super vanilla. Then you'll come with something strawberry. I have nothing on you. Like
That's
I
what you
really
call a fragrance wardrobe.
right a fragrance
Face wardrobe.
I love that.
Like you, I believe like say this is the day, the time of the day, the season. This is the outfit. I have something for it that matches. Like I can't even paint you into like a little corner like I can with some people.
You know what? You know what?
Everybody can't smell like a tropical vacation.
And that is true.
You know.
I'm gonna do something
And you
different.
just came back from vacation.
No, I didn't. You know what? I got something for y'all next. I got something for y'all. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry. So I'm gonna change it.
I love your scent today,
So
but
I'm
I
gonna
was
give y'all-
really worried about this one because I know it is on the lighter side, and I tested it at home on paper, and I was like, not too sure, but I know that once it gets on skin, it takes on
does
a different
things.
form.
This
I love
is
it both
nice.
ways.
Yeah, well, I'm
just love the
glad.
scent,
I'm glad. But yeah, it's not expensive at all.
I like the bottle. I just like it. It's the white clean, the simple on the top, all of that. That's just very nice.
Yeah,
Um
yeah.
Andy, you done came correct again. You done, all
I'm
right.
excited because I wasn't sure how this one was gonna do. I bought alternatives because like I was really unsure. So I'm glad this one.
This is hard to do. Like preparing what fragrance for this show. When I tell you, I think I've been like contemplating for like the whole week, a week and a half, and I kept looking. This decision changed maybe 3-4 times
Yeah.
before I settled on this. Like I was like, oh, like it's difficult.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
And I don't think that sometimes like for the viewers it translates how difficult the process is because it for all of us we have a lot of fragrances.
Exactly.
And to narrow it down to like something that you think will be appealing to everyone
Yep.
and not just yourself is really difficult.
I agree. Here, I'm gonna pass these to you because we're gonna have to clear ourselves for
Okay.
this.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
This is a great segue into my fragrance because this I had went back and forth with for a while, and I had a different fragrance that I wanted to bring on today, and I wanted to go with something oud because of you. I wanted to go with something oud because of you. But because of you, I wanted to do sort of a Arabian thing. And so I had wanted to go with Eternal Oud, which is that's a home run hitter for me. If I want to just
I've heard of it.
I don't care if you show up
good.
with
That's good.
somebody on a date, my outfit, my fragrance, we all gonna trump that night. And so I wasn't settled with that. I said, you know, I want to do a little bit better than that. So I'm gonna go with
I am.
Alexandria II by Xerjoff.
The way you have built this up,
Yes.
So
I'm not gonna be easy on you.
Oh, okay, and listen. If you like, let me read the notes.
hold on, no, I want don't read the notes just yet.
Shut me up. Go ahead.
No, wait till after we smell it. But the crazy thing is, like, I've been looking at this fragrance for like about 2 months, and I've been trying to smell it because these are not something you just go get off the whim. Like, no.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, before I pull the trigger, I have to smell this.
Right.
And I'm like, I can't find. Every time I go to a store, hey, can I smell? No samples. I'm like, what the hell you mean no samples? I need to know before.
Ooh.
And then he brings this down.
I'm
So
familiar.
I didn't even see the front of the
heard
bottle.
about it.
I saw the back of it. I said,
When you came down, is there Alexandria? We haven't discussed this.
Nothing.
Yeah, and I was like, no, and you were like, it is.
So for the people that are watching, like when I say like these be real conversations about fragrances, no one here mentioned what they were bringing today. Like we just show up with our fragrance, and it's like, I hope it passes the test, right? This I don't wear too often because it's
A pretty penny.
Not even that, right? But which I do agree. This fills a room. We were talking about before, like a fragrance that is strong. If I want to, if I want to go in a room and I just want you to smell me and no one else, I wear this, and it lasts 24 hours.
So you on demon time.
Today I am.
Oh, he said today.
Today I am because we got some superstars here. We got some superstars with us today. So I said I didn't want to. There's a scene in Office Space where they're working at Tchotchke's, and everybody's job that works there is to wear flair, and flair is like buttons, and so the girl Jennifer Aniston, the woman Jennifer Aniston, is working there, and she has 15 pieces of flair, and her manager says, "Hey, are you fine with doing the minimum?"
I didn't know where that was going. I didn't know where that was going.
Right. I was like,
So
okay.
you can do the bare minimum, or you can really elevate things. So for this,
So this was your reminder of just how little you were doing before, is what you're saying? Like,
no. It just
is
reminded me
where I
that
could be.
for a while, I was bringing fragrances on that had a real significant story to them, and this one does too. So they weren't always necessarily the best smelling fragrance. It was just, this is something that means something to me.
That's so funny. I was gonna bring a fragrance like that, and I was like, don't go too deep.
No, but and that's fine, because I do hope you do that. But one day Nigel comes on and he's like, "You brought this crap on," and just pounded, and he just like tried to rip me to shreds. And I said, "You know what? I'm gonna move the earlier me sense back and where I wanted to be in the show, and I'm just gonna bring all heavy hitters from now on." I didn't want to do this because I understand that Bronny doesn't can't stack up, but
Live.
so this Alexandria II, I wore this recently. I've had this bottle for probably a year, if not less, and I've only worn it twice. The last time that I wore it, I went to the MVA up the street, Largo. My grandma, shout out to my grandmother. Her birthday's yesterday, and that's actually why I decided to stay with this fragrance. She just turned 97.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yes, and she has to renew her ID. Everybody knows you got to get a real ID now, and I'm like, Grandma, what you need a real ID for? Like you've been alive longer than me. But anyway, so I went to take her up there, and she had an appointment or whatever, but she lost her birth certificate, couldn't find it. So we go. I go pick her up, take her to the MVA. I had this on. I already know what this does. So I got the windows down when I'm taking her to the MVA. And so we go in, and I'm going through, talking to the people, whatever, because she's sitting down. And we sit, and the person in front of us that's kind of going through the ID process or whatever, the guy doesn't have some information. And the woman was like, "No, you got to go home. Go home and get it." So my grandmother goes up, they call her number, and she lost her birth certificate. So the people are like, "Okay, well, sorry, we can't help you, blah, 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 blah." And so she calls me over, and she was like, "Kareem, can you help me?"
Ooh.
Stop.
So I go, and I lean in, and I'm like, "I'm sorry, ma'am, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. What are you saying to my grandmother?" And she was like, "I think we can help you. I think we can help you.
No.
I think we can help you.
No.
I think we can help
And I
you."
love that because I'm looking at the bottle. and
I love that. That's an
He could
awesome
not
story.
have sprayed this bottle more.
Spray, please. At this point, the story, spray. I need to smell this because all this.
Because
You know what? We normally spray the small side. I'm going big side. I'm going big side today,
Go
babe.
big boy today.
okay.
So I'm gonna hit y'all with two. I'm gonna hit you with the
Two?
one spray from this, and then I'm gonna let you smell it out the bottle as well. So you're gonna get
Okay.
both.
Ooh, I'm just.
Oh.
So what you smelling is palisander wood,
I would wear
lavender,
this.
palisander rosewood, lavender, cinnamon,
Oh, this is.
apple, rose, cedar,
Oh my
lily
God.
of the valley, agarwood,
No, let me tell you.
sandalwood,
Let a
amber,
man wear this on
vanilla,
a
and
date.
musk. I'm trying to tell you.
First
Get
of
the
all, by
check.
the notes
Get the check.
alone, I'm just tweaking over here.
No.
Like,
Let me just go ahead
this
and
is-
blow that this way.
I smell it. I
Okay.
smell it.
Okay.
This is good. This is worth. I don't know. I know it was. It's
can
worth
smell-
it. It's worth it.
Oh
It's
my.
worth it. I love this.
Thank you.
This
This
is-
before you got here. I'm telling you, I was looking at this and I was like, the reviews. I said it better smell like the fucking reviews.
Whoa, whoa.
But
Nigel, you all right? You all right?
Now I wish I would have bought this fucking bottle.
I'm
by
trying
now.
to tell you.
Like it.
This
I actually like it better on the tester
okay. This doesn't
than
play.
from the nozzle.
This
It
doesn't.
gives you.
I think you can probably go nose blind smelling this. It's that to me. It's that
I can
powerful.
see that. I can see that. No, it's good.
It's not. Okay, I do like this. I want this. It's not better than the mango one though.
Okay, but let
So,
me
no.
Mango one.
Because
He has
it has
a
notes in it
one.
that you like.
Yeah, it does.
It has sandalwood, apple, cinnamon.
Yeah, I was
vanilla,
gonna say
musk,
it smells
amber.
like fall.
Yeah.
It smells
Oh, look at that reaction
Like-
right there. Whew.
the quintessence, like just fall
Did you smell out the bottle?
in a bottle. It's so good. I would wear it. It's so good.
And you know what? I didn't even bother to look to see if this is unisex, but I think a woman could wear this.
It's beautiful.
It could.
Do you
It's got
know-
like
do you-
a cinnamon. It's got like a bite.
This is like what Angel Share wish it was.
Ooh, and I love angel shit.
And I love Angel Share. But this is like
He does have angel shit.
Yeah,
I brought angel shit on for the
Yeah.
Valentine's.
yeah, and I didn't like it. That's what it was.
oh.
No,
Brawny.
no,
Boozy.
Ronnie.
Was it too boozy?
No, it's just too fragrancy.
no. That's what it was. The pregnancy.
You pass the strip, you go back.
No, I'm not because I just want to smell this and listen to Jill Scott
Yes.
Board One Ice
Yes.
and just be in it on repeat with my man
Yeah.
that I don't have. But
and let it be a little nippy out, just so we
Yes,
can get a
and then
You let the
little
wind hit
warm.
that?
and then I'm not
Oh, yeah.
even mad at like you smoking a cigar with this.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that. I can see that.
Jesus.
I can see that.
No.
This is why I wanted y'all together. This is why I wanted, because y'all are so relatable. Stories, you get her vibe.
I'm on there. I'm right there with her. Yep.
Oh,
This is this is a deadly drive-by. I give you this one. This
No,
is
this is worth it.
guaranteed to kill.
Listen.
So when I had first got that bottle,
I'm sorry.
Chip had came through and he was like, "Whoa, this is grown man. Like this
Yeah.
is crazy."
This will make you
oh.
change your eyesight.
Oh, okay.
Like let a man that's a
agree.
little notch type come up
agree.
and he's smelling like this. I'm like,
I agree.
So-
My type.
So what you saying is,
no, I might consider.
I could be like Jody and say, "Go make them tacos."
Baby, I'm making tacos and rice and beans.
Potatoes, ramen.
Homemade guacamole.
You know,
I'm doing.
It's gonna have you making bonnets and you ain't never made them in your life. Like, I'm gonna try.
I will figure it out.
This is
Yeah.
the one thing I do want to say about this though. Not everybody can pull this off. You have to be a grown
Yeah.
man.
And you got to be confident.
You have to
Yes.
be confident because
Yeah.
this, like I said, it's powerful. So you have to be
This is just one spray, and I.
Yeah.
one spray. If I hit everybody's hand right now, we would be like, "Oh my goodness, this room
Drowning in
Yeah.
it.
It's truly intoxicating.
It's
That is the only
that's the
word
perfect
that I
word.
can think.
Yeah.
I will agree with you because before we started the podcast, he was like, "Hey, I don't want to go first and go
Yeah.
last because I feel like it's gonna over." I was like, "Bullshit." What's? And I was like, "You just talking shit." He said, "No, you were
Trust
correct,
me.
sir. I will give
Thank
you.
you.
You were correct.
This
I'll
is
give
the
that."
perfect way to end
Yes.
Yes.
the rotation. This is good.
Oh my God.
Thank you. I wanted to bring this fragrance on because you had brought Oud Satin Mood. I seen his reaction to it and good fragrance.
Love Oud Satin.
But I said, since I know I can at least bring a oud that would work for you all, I'm gonna go for this. And when I tell you, let me go back to these notes. the palisander rosewood. I smell the lavender. I smell the cinnamon. I smell
The cinnamon, that's what
not
it was.
as much. Rose
I-
You're
is
not.
in
You
here.
like the cinnamon?
I like it. That's the first thing I picked up.
And
too.
now
I
I'm
picked up
thinking
the
of
cinnamon
a
as
date
prominent.
night combo. Like you wear this and the woman wears like the YSL because YSL, one of the main notes is lavender.
We
Hold
about
on,
to
which,
make-
which YSL?
The eau de parfum. Both of them have the
Intense.
both of them have lavender in it. I just have the Le Parfum and the eau de parfum.
Which
Oh,
one?
I have the intense.
Which I don't have the intense.
No, which YSL?
Oh, Libre.
Okay,
Sorry,
Libre. Oh,
Libre.
yes.
So
Don't get me started. My mind's already
but
racing thinking
I
about
would
that.
say just the Libre eau de parfum, because the main one in that one is lavender, and
Lavender,
just
yeah.
those two to.
You going on a date with this? You making lust our life? Which one are you talking
Listen,
about?
Listen,
The
this
table is not safe. Okay,
This
which one
fragrance right here reminds me of the
No.
movie All Dressed Up and Nowhere to Go. Like this is like I want to be all dressed up. I want to go out. I want her to have an
Yeah.
outfit that's so tight that
Yeah.
I gotta help her down the steps. Like I want to.
This is a sexy date night.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
you come home and you cozy up.
Yes.
It's that with the cognac, with just a glass of meat.
Cognac,
Or,
a little-
or
a
fancy
cigar.
whiskey when you're supposed to be drinking tequila.
Yes. And
No,
just
this-
a cigar sitting.
Yes.
Jill Scott on
This-
rotation. I promise you.
Every man should have this in his collection.
Every confident man.
Oh, bloops, gonna
So
Should have
so
this.
Pee Wee can't rock this.
Absolutely
Pee-wee
not.
can't rock this.
Absolutely
Okay.
not. Because
Pee-wee
he's
can't.
not going to have that grown man
Say
energy to match it.
Fucking less.
Whoa.
Don't even worry about it.
Whoa.
Because you know what?
How do we get this energy right?
I
Because you
know,
know what?
he's-
I don't appreciate this energy now. The round table is coming back at me the opposite direction. So don't worry about it. Everything else.
Nigel, you need this.
I wanted it. I just need to smell
He
it
just
first.
needed to smell it.
Yeah.
And to be
I-
fair to the
Yourself.
watching
And
audience,
I get it.
Nigel can for sure pull this off, audience. I don't know his
Don't even worry
energy.
about it.
Oh, he's
I
that's
can
total,
see
he's
it.
total on demon time.
Yeah, he can
don't-
for sure
I can see
pull
it.
this off.
Don't even
I
worry
know
about
sometimes it gets lost on the camera. He can pull this off.
You know what?
You know?
I'm a
This
translate.
energy right
Don't
now
even
tells
worry.
you
I'm gonna make sure it translates
He's
on the
already-
next time. Don't even worry about it.
No, and I'm not saying it like that.
No.
People see you dressed down and chill.
That's just it. Look, don't worry about it. I'm going to fix that
Y'all
for the
are about
energy.
to have Nigel show up in a suit, not playing
He
games
doesn't
with
own
y'all.
one. He doesn't own one.
The mere fact that you think I don't own one is the problem.
We're not worried about that.
we know he owns one, but I'm just
You know those like those schoolboy Christian outfits with the shorts and the blazer with the white shoes. Like that's probably the extent of what Nigel
No.
has.
So
Like
the
Nigel
funny thing
wears,
is-
he still wears clip-on ties. I'm working
No,
with him.
no.
I'm working with him. I had to snatch one off the other day. I was like,
No. Funny thing.
I don't believe
No.
I said, roll your collar up. Let me tie this tie around you, Junior.
The funny thing at work, it'd be the same thing, right? But like when I have a buffet, we have a.
What do you mean by the same thing?
So I go to work. So normally I go to work in a hoodie or like a collar shirt, whatever. I don't really care because my skill speaks for itself. But when I have to
kind
do,
of skin?
he said I have a specific set of skills.
look,
That's
I'm
what
like,
he's giving.
Hey, look.
His girl said taken. That's what her license plate said. Taken.
Okay, excuse me.
So I have to
it.
go. When there is, when you have a real important meeting that there's people are showing up, you can't dress the same. You can't be the same. I show up not dressing the norm. They were like, "Who is this? This is not the same person." And then when it matches up, they was like, "Man, you cleaned up very well." I said, "I know." I'm like,
know.
I know. I was like, but I don't need to give y'all the best because this is not.
I'm
what you
sorry,
need.
you don't gotta explain nothing to me for anyone who's a fragrance aficionado
Yeah.
could clean up.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah.
If they're into it, and I learned that even at my fragrance event, I said, this was a good looking room.
Yeah.
And
And the pictures I saw for
it's
sure
You want
was.
some
good-looking
really
like-
nice
Yes.
And I got another one soon, so
You
I
can
can
clean
make
up.
it. I'm just like envious that I
Fragrance
did
folks
not
could
make
clean up.
it.
You know what I want to bring on? I know I don't have it here, but that Mind Games Queenie smell.
Oh,
It is my.
hold on.
It is my
You let me
favorite.
smell that. That's
Bro,
nice.
that is my.
Hold on.
If you have not smelled that fragrance,
Listen, that's
like-
you need to go get it.
Oh, girl,
so I
can
have
bring
the
you a
sample.
decant
I will
some.
buy the actual bottle just to have it. If I
Oh.
I will go. I would purposely walk up to a person I'm on a date with. Here, I want you to smell like this.
Listen.
That's how much I love that fragrance. It is forever in my mind, and I'm not giving gaslighting this or even. It's amazing. I don't know what they did and how who made it.
To connect.
It's amazing in a way that you would. It's not the scent profile you would use.
Yes, and I'm okay with
different.
that.
It's good.
Because I can go different ways.
It's
As
good.
Kareem said.
This is
Oh gosh, this is a good.
Girl, I'm
table.
living off of a sample that somebody sent to me, and I'm like, I need this. I don't care if I find a dupe. I don't know. I just need this scent
Well,
profile.
is it hard to get?
It's not hard.
No,
You just
no, it's not. But the bottles are probably
pretty-
300.
Oh, okay.
352 to be exact.
Yeah, I'm
Let's just
gonna
be
say closer
exact.
to 4.
Yeah. Handling and shipping.
But
I don't know about you, but for me, I'd be like, once it gets to a certain price point, I'm finding the dupe.
we might.
I'm not going to
We might gotta connect. We might gotta connect. But
we definitely need to connect because I'm just
no. I
gonna
meant
buy it.
like I have a.
I know you have a connect that you refuse to share with us.
Oh, really?
Well,
might
with
have
me.
a connect.
With me, you refuse to share.
That's not nice. And you have her on your show. You should support the cause.
I said I might have a connect. Let me confirm.
But what about the connect that you do have that we still don't know about?
Y'all, if it's my connect, it's your connect. We can,
All right.
I got you after this. I got you.
You know how like a business when they have like it's my connect, but you have to go through me. That means I'm putting G&E fee on top of it, so it might be a $10 to $15 upcharge. So we all eating. You just don't know.
That's what I got from it. It's like you can make your purchase with me.
That's one thing.
I'm
That's one
joking.
thing. I know you joking because you're the type of guy I know that we done had a show, and when we done, he be like, "What y'all want to eat?"
For sure.
How you getting home? Like you don't even
Heavy on the
right. You don't
how
even
you
be,
getting
you
home.
don't even be clocking stuff like
Yeah.
that. So it be times I'm like, here, take this.
Yeah.
Here, don't worry about it.
And that's
Don't
what
worry
it
about
should be.
Don't
Love
worry
is
about
love, you
It
know.
is.
If y'all people's, y'all people's.
Even
Yeah.
for my birthday,
Yeah.
these guys bought me a scent. They bought 2 for me to choose which one I wanted. Nigel sent one. But that's just the type of energy they bring. So when I'm saying this, I'm saying it very lighthearted.
Right.
I know if I really needed something, Kareem would do it.
Right.
10,000%.
I pick up on that. I know
Yeah,
y'all joke.
yeah. So I'm just joking, but these are great guys, fragrance and otherwise.
This is our safe space. Demon time, safe space. Like
The face was giving devilish.
No,
While you said that.
Look,
This is
don't
your
get it confused. 'Cause look, his face is very red right now. That's the devil coming out.
that's not the devil.
That's what's up.
It's either that or the reflection off of her
That's
outfit.
because my favorite color is red, and she wore it. And I was, as soon as I got, so hold on, let's back up. So, let me tell you.
Too good.
Let me
this energy here.
let me tell you
I
how.
have to move y'all. Hold on.
No, let me.
Go ahead.
So she gets here. She calls like, "Hey, where I need to park at?" So I get in the car. I was like, "Okay, cool." We go. I was like, "Hey, you can pull in right behind here." I say, "You just pull in." She's still trying to parallel park, and then I was like, "Why? Why are you trying to parallel?" Because I just wanted to parallel park. Just doing what you want to do, huh?
Just doing what you
And
wanna
then when she parallel parked in 2 spots. I was like, "How? Do you not realize your gauge of distance from this car is off?" I was
Parking is
like,
my ministry.
can't-
Fragrances.
It's not her ministry.
Ministry.
You brought that up.
I said, this isn't
Look.
even related.
Hey, look, as soon as it happened, I said, "Oh, I got notes in my head instantly." We talk about in the podcast because I love real life experiences with
it.
people.
No, I
Because it's
feel
funny because we generally were laughing in the car about it, and I was like, you know what? If I can find a space to spit in, I'm gonna put it in. And I found one.
This is what builds relationships, though.
For
Like all
sure.
these different experiences or whatever. Like Jessica's been on, I don't know how many times, right? And hopefully a million more, right?
Hopefully.
But I still just remember my cousin. Shout out to Jordan saying, "I know
Sunshine.
somebody that would just be great," and I was like, "We'll give her a try." And you've been.
Yeah,
You've been like a staple in this
Yeah.
house, whether you be on the show or not. Like
Yeah.
game night, whatever we doing, you come
For
through and
sure.
support
And
it.
might
Sure.
I add, like, because he did share, like, your social media handle, you know, beforehand.
Yes.
And I don't know what, because I was like, okay, well, if he gave it to me, I guess I could go look at her. But the vibes, I
See
don't
what
know.
I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
Leading
See
up,
what
I
I'm saying?
said, I like her. Okay, I know we're gonna vibe. Let me do this.
You are a whole person, though. You are.
Yes.
I don't see that in myself all the time. I feel like I'm a little awkward, but I love that.
I love
I
that.
saw that you followed, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna follow her back, and then immediately started engaging with content because I feel like
Oh, I appreciate.
sometimes in this
Space.
fragrance space, not this one in particular, but sometimes people don't always have the best motives. Especially when
absolutely.
it comes to social media.
Absolutely.
They want to copy your style, your content. They just want to see what's making you successful. So when you can get around like-minded people who have the same interest as you and seem so genuine, and even from the post from the event and just seeing your social media, I'm like, I like this girl. You know, the same feeling you had, I had, and I was super excited
I appreciate
and
it.
even more nervous to come today because I'm like, oh, she has some good stuff from, just engaging in your content. And even it's down here, but I'll see if I can grab it. Even me telling you that I like something.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm glad you remember because we were outside. We was outside talking to my neighbors, and you being a good person that you are,
Yes.
you brought a gift for only one person.
And I knew y'all were gonna say that.
No, but I love that though. I
And
love
I
that.
do too because I said, "Oh my God, I love these. I want to, what?" And you made a whole video about it, kind of breaking it down, and then you bought me samples today. And normally I'm the one that brings gifts, so thank you.
No,
Like,
I love to
this.
share the fragrances. That's my favorite thing, girl. If you ever, you just let me know. If you ever want to smell anything, you see something, let me know. I will mail it to you.
will.
I just went to the post office yesterday mailing off several scent mail for all my little scent sisters, I call them. But I love it. Like, we share
Yes.
things all the time. And I was actually going to add, because I hate 2. I think the number 2 is just weird. Like, I was going to add, like, 3. 3 is a good
It
solid.
was number 2 on
First,
But 3 is a good solid. And I was going to, and I had another one in there. And then right before I came, I saw, like, a post, and you have the perfume. It was Yum. I was like, if she likes Kissa,
okay.
because you mentioned you like Kissa, I was like,
Yes.
she's
good.
going to
And I
like
have
Yum.
that, and I have-
you already had it. So I was like, dang,
I
okay,
have
let me
both.
just leave it.
Yeah,
So,
I have Kiss, I have Yum. I'm excited, and I hope this combo of us, we can all do like something
So-
again soon.
So
I agree.
I just had this brilliant idea.
Okay.
Okay. So it's to piggyback off of what you were saying. So my sister, shout out to Baraka. She was saying, one of my sisters, she was saying she was having like a rough day or whatever, a rough week. And I was like, I know what will fix that. Let me send you a fragrance. Right? I didn't do it. But
You gotta follow through.
anyway, no, I want to send her the peach fragrance that you got that I got from you. 'Cause I really think she would love
Yo,
it. Yeah.
that peach.
No, it's crazy.
What I'm saying, when I smelt it, I went back to 2001. No, it was a 2000 or 2001 Peaches and Cream 112. And I was like, everything I thought about that song, I felt it again when I smelled that fragrance. I was like,
It's a really good fragrance, and as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. But I was thinking we gotta put together like a fragrance kit
I'm actually.
where 1, 2, 3, 4 of us get a fragrance and we like put it in a box and we send it to somebody that wants like to subscribe or something, and so we can
I'm sorry, because we
put
we do need
together
to talk.
something. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm listening to you and I'm
what did we
thinking
talk
of this
about?
idea, and I'm
This goes
like,
back to Let's go back to the conversation. Like when I called her at the bone alley, I went to the side bone in the bone alley.
hold on, the bowling alley. You mean when you ain't responding to my message?
Oh, whatever. So when I texted her and I called her, right, and then we were talking about, like, I was just about to text you and call you about the event, and then we were just started chatter, just start talking, and we were talking about future events and stuff. Just like, hey, I want to, like, maybe we can come together and talk about something and work together. And it's funny how you like, hey, you had an idea. It all kind of ties together. It's like we
It
want to
just hit
grow.
me when as she was talking.
And it seems like she already has something in the works.
Yeah, because that was something I was debating on even like mentioning today.
Uh-huh.
But that is actually exactly what I've been working on for the past few weeks is a monthly subscription. And I was actually calling it the fragrance wardrobe, where I would curate 3 fragrances that somebody could have, and I would have like pretty much like a display card or something, a card describing the fragrances,
Right.
and then the 3 fragrances would cover 3 different occasions that they possibly will have to go to every month, right? So their everyday scent, their fun fragrance, and a special occasion fragrance.
Big
And I would
night.
specially curate it, and I'll have a
All of
monthly
it.
vibe.
Yes.
And the it factor is it's a surprise. So they don't know what their selection, but it's going to just be a little, a monthly subscription they get in the mail.
And I love that.
And I
especially
do the
for
shopping
wedding
for them.
season, when you're
Look.
single.
And especially what you
And
said
you want
earlier about like helping people, because that was really the driving factor, is like some people really want to get into fragrance, but with all of the launches coming out, everything, it's just could be overwhelming.
It is.
And you do the work for them.
Overwhelming and underwhelming, right? Like you could listen to a lot of fragrance reviewers and they'll have you going down these paths that's like, wait, why am I buying this? What is this? This doesn't fit me or whatever. I believe, and that was the whole purpose of this show, was that like we look at fragrances and we aren't really trying to sell anything here per se, right? But just that we just want to have a conversation and give us like the real, what's your real experience with this fragrance? Not a, hey, you should buy the 8th Dior Sauvage that just came out because I'm gonna get a kickback from it. Like that's not the whole point of it. A frat brother of mine said he had never worn fragrances. I'm sorry, not a frat brother. A friend of mine. And he was like, I need something that's going to wow, something that's going to be good, something that my wife is going to like or whatever. And I said, I don't have enough time to get your profile, but I'm going to take a guess. I said, go get what Nigel hates, Bleu de Chanel, the parfum version. He went, and this is a real story. Shout out to Lee, who I'm gonna see at 6:30. He went and bought it. I ended up getting a Cash App. Some money came from him in Cash App, and he was like, "You don't know what you did for me with this recommendation right here." I'm not gonna say how much it is or whatever, but he was like, my wife loves it. People smell this on me, they love it. And he's already a confident guy. So I'm not gonna pretend like the confidence came from the fragrance, but he wore this fragrance and he's like, you have a like this is something.
This is your thing.
This is
You have
something real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was like,
That's awesome.
I was like, you don't owe me any money. Like the real enjoyment I get is from like putting
this.
somebody on. I was like, I really want to send you your money back. And he was like, no, trust me, just keep it. You're good. And
Yeah, and to your point, I feel like not everybody has that ability. I know I'm the same. I recommend fragrances for people and they, enjoy them, but I feel like this group in particular is something special
I
because
do. I feel that energy.
yeah, and I feel like it's needed. It's a needed thing because people don't know where to start. And there's so many, it's summer season, wedding season, all these things are coming up and people need
They need help.
fragrances. So I hope that we can really all join forces and like figure something out because whew.
I said I was gonna keep coming back to your event. That is crazy because I think it was me, Nigel, maybe it might have been like 3 or 4 men that were there, males that was there, and we connected like this. And when we saw
y'all
each other,
vibing.
we started talking, and low key, before I decided to go the oud route, I really wanted to bring on a fragrance that I had got there. And that was going to be my story because
I know which one it is.
I have been wearing it. I believe his name was Lucas, if I remember correctly.
Lucas.
I had been wearing this fragrance. Shout out to Lucas.
Shout out to
like
Lucas.
double, triple, quadruple
I hope
shout
I
out
see
to
him
you.
again. Yeah.
When I tell you, I have been wearing this fragrance that I got from your event.
Wow.
And I have over 120, 30 bottles. I've been wearing this fragrance like religiously since that event. And a hug from a friend used to be like, hey, how you doing? Now it's, Hey, how are you doing? What is going on with you?
No.
Thank you. Thank you. It
Oh, so in the words of our dear friend Lydia, it's more than a hug.
it's more than a hug. When I tell you when you I don't understand these people that say they don't wear fragrances.
Yeah.
I honestly don't understand it.
People sleep on the power of fragrances. They really do. Like, and I think that's why I have that inclination to share the experience because it's like, you just really don't know what you're missing out on. And how transformative it could be for yourself just to find
Just
things that make
think
you
about
happy.
like everybody. Your correlate fragrances. If you're not in the fragrance game, you're thinking about perfumes and colognes. But think about when you go to your family's house for holidays and you smell that good cooking. That's a fragrance.
Yes.
That's a smell. Well, you don't say fragrance, say smell. There we go. Put it as a smell. When you smell that fresh apple pie. Ugh. You know what I'm saying?
You don't like apple?
There's a whole
Back to your dad again.
I hate the smell of apple pie.
Stop.
Just because I have a traumatic experience with apple pies over the course of time.
Shout out to Mr. White. Go ahead.
But when you go to Thanksgiving or you go on the holidays, if I walk into like let's just say my mama's house, my mama makes
Your mom can cook.
the best
Good
sweet potato
number.
pie.
Yeah.
I know when that sweet potato pie is on, that nutmeg pineapple nut grind up in the sweet potato pie. Like I know when I hit the smell that it sends me into a childhood. Like I'm just like waiting for it. Like
Your mom apparently makes a great 7-Up cake that your sister has been promising me since I graduated from college years ago.
Hey, look.
And I'm still waiting on it.
So we
Look, you know what
have
gonna happen?
dessert, cocktails, and fragrance.
Look, I'm gonna tell you.
I'm with you.
My mama's
More
touch has
mom's
passed on.
edition.
Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna fix that out for everybody. Like
We here.
my mama's touch has passed on to me when I bake stuff.
I
Nigel,
don't.
you were supposed to cook us breakfast.
No,
and then
they
the ladies was in the
took
kitchen.
over.
No,
That's what happened.
So there's a because you're not initiated yet.
You're new here.
Hopefully you are.
Thank you.
There's an after hours podcast.
Yes.
that goes on.
Hey, I'm going through 4 hours of content. I can't really still. I gotta clip it up because there's so much
It's
stuff.
so much.
Yeah.
Especially this one. Just pre-mic check.
Y'all
was-
had the best. Y'all had the best content.
And when that episode comes out, it's gonna look like me and Nigel don't love each other, and we do.
Oh.
I hope.
Oh no, y'all absolutely do.
But,
Y'all absolutely, and I don't think it was taken that way. But
Yeah.
Your mom can cook. It's like she put her foot, arm, elbow in her cooking. Shout out to that. But Sunday used to be in this house. I would always come up with some dessert that I would bake. And so I had stopped for a while or whatever. I think it might have been COVID or whatever that stopped me from baking. But I'm thinking I'm gonna go back to that because I'm gonna start pairing these desserts with fragrances because we haven't done a sample Sunday in a minute, and the goal is to get back to somebody brings a discovery set on, and we just gonna sit at the table and we all gonna smell it and get our impressions of it or whatever, and who knows, maybe we'll walk away end up buying something from this.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like I bought the Discovery set. I think my first episode
Commodity?
for you as a gift. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you came through with the commodity.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
And I love that. And but we were just saying like a gourmand and dessert type of episode needs to happen.
It needs to happen, y'all.
So
Listen. So I love a good gourmand, but I don't think it's sustainable over the week. Like it has to be an occasion that you wear a gourmand. Like,
That is false.
No, because there's
I don't want to smell
in
like a
fact,
steak
I
and
was.
cheese.
In fact, let me go through another.
the gourmand, we
No,
want to
no.
smell like
So
Different kinds of
the girl. So
gourmands.
during your event,
This is technically a gourmand.
That's not a
You
gourmand.
can't wear
I
this.
would
every day.
consider
can't be.
that a gourmand.
with the girl at your your podcast, your event, she had nothing but gourmand fragrances. Kia.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was talking. Me and her were texting earlier because she was the gourmand queen. That's why I call her gourmand queen. And then the other friend,
Joy.
Yeah, there we go. Joy had all type of random shit busting out the bag. I was like, you know what? we want to bring you
No,
on.
their collection
Yeah, was a
no,
nice one.
yeah.
Legit.
Yes,
So
yes.
They
how
don't
do you
play.
know the majority of those people that were there?
Honestly, okay, so it was a mix. A lot of the people, well, some of the people were actually like my friends' family that came.
Okay.
And then there was a bunch of people who found me the same way you guys like found me, like
Okay.
on Eventbrite or social media. And then there was a bunch of my TikTok scent sisters, I call them, where I've either met them once before or that was my first time meeting them in person, but we've always had exchanges and things like that on TikTok or social media. The funny thing with Kia is I knew Kia because she was my makeup artist for my maternity shoot.
Okay.
So that was my first time meeting her. My
Shout out
doula
to Kia.
connected me to her.
Yeah.
And then me and her bumped into each other at a perfume event we went to in Arlington in January.
I wish I knew about that.
Yeah, shout out to Ariel Shoshana. It was Ariel Shoshana's store.
I feel like somebody
really
was talking
good.
about that at your event.
It's a great store, and she has great perfumes.
Your bestie.
So we bumped in, and she was like, "Let me find out you're a perfume girl." And then that's when we started connecting off of perfume. I also met Joy at that event, and
Okay.
she also came with her duffel bag
Yes.
and was like, "What you need?"
Yeah, they came correct.
She,
Yes.
yeah. So
I was shocked that they was giving some stuff away, and I was like, "Why would you want to hand this off?" It was they was giving a Carolina Bad Girl, and I was like, "Why would you?" It was the gold bar, the spark. I was like, "This is a getter. Like, why would you?" It just doesn't
because it's
beat this-
lightweight compared.
Yeah, and I was like, "Okay, say less." But there was some other.
Scent Explorer. Do you know about it?
Did you send me the?
No, I don't think I
The
have.
convention in New York.
So it's a convention in New York where they get like all the fragrance
Yeah,
houses
yeah.
to come together. We have to do that.
We gotta
We
go.
do.
Could we do
When
like
is
a
We have to
road
do
trip?
this this year.
Yes, we upset.
We have to do this this year.
I
in.
would love it.
Listen,
It's in December.
it's in December. Yes.
I don't have nothing.
And somebody great was born in December here, but I'm not
Oh
gonna say.
gosh.
One of my favorite people.
Okay, we
The Capricorn is a Capricorn.
Sagittarius.
It's a Sagittarius.
Sagittarius. You know, which is the best sign because we get along with everybody.
It's a fucking lie, but okay. Don't
He
even.
is so adamant.
No, he's such a hater. But I had an expectation for this episode, and as high as it was, I think you all have exceeded that. I'm. You are like
Thank you.
as what I remember from the event. I thought you were a very nice, personable person. You had a lot of work on you that day to maintain the event, but to also be sociable, and you did not pull away from speaking to the different people there as they came in over there. I looked at you in admiration. I was like, you are doing a lot, and you're doing it well. And so that was my level, and then you've come here and you've just doubled that. So I have a lot of respect for you and admiration. Thank you for coming on today,
Thank you.
blessing us with your time. You want to say something?
My last little callback. We constantly in communication. And this was yesterday.
Hold on, y'all two or me?
No, me and you.
Okay.
And I told him, I said, look, in the text message, verbatim, I feel like tomorrow's podcast is going to be great and going to help us gain more followers after the post on her page and just the energy that I have with her. Verbatim in my text. Like that's what I was like. 'Cause I was like, this is something new for us that we actually went and supported somebody and actually have them come back and want to support us back. And it was like, this is the direction that we're going towards. And I'm just like, thank you for coming on. Thank you for the connection. And thank you for your vision that you had, that you put on. And I was happy to come and join you. And it's been a blessing for you to come back on here.
Listen to you.
And I just want to say you have literally been light from the minute I met you outside. It is like a light. You were just so sweet and so warm.
Oh.
And I love that. And I pray this combo we all can come back.
Honestly, I thank you guys for all of those kind words. I really do truly appreciate it, and just know like I feel the same way about you guys. I was just thinking about the event and I was like, dang, like I wish I had more time to like connect with y'all or whatever. I was like, I hope they feel. That's why I wanted to reach, because I'm like, maybe they were just like
No,
you know what I mean? And I was like, let me touch
around
base
so
with
much.
them.
No,
you
we
know what I
understood.
mean?
But it was not
So,
personal because
yeah.
it's no way you can put an hour into each person. That
Right,
showed
right,
up.
right.
It's no way. But
Right.
I think you handled it the right way. Like I said, there was only 3, 4, or 5 of us guys there, but You gave us a shout out like when you didn't have to. The fragrances that you brought were good. I kind of wish I had left with one of them, but just everything you had poured into it, like I was telling Nigel, like I hope we can just pour that same energy and love back into you or whatever.
That is awesome. I appreciate that. I really do. I'm really like, I don't know if I express it with like my energy, but like I'm really excited about this connection. Like I'm just as happy. I'm just as smitten about like coming on. I'm so happy that this was a success. I'm happy you guys were happy with this session, and I hope I'm a reoccurring visitor because
Outfit, hair,
am.
skin, nails,
Y'all call
fragrance.
me. I will come every time. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay.
I will come anytime. Like I will support y'all. I love this. We definitely need to chat because I'm just excited. I really feel the vibes here. I feel like we just all mesh very well. And yeah, like even outside of just fragrances, I feel like we can vibe as friends.
absolutely.
For sure.
You know,
Absolutely.
so I'm looking forward to it.
How's your spades game?
There you
Oh,
go.
my spades game.
No.
He said no.
No.
It's okay. I'm gonna be honest.
No.
Oh,
Read it. I can read it.
we heard about the hesitation. Don't worry about
I
it.
can read it.
Jessica,
I can
talk to us.
It's been a while.
Spades because I can play spades.
That's what I was about to say. It's been a while.
right now.
But don't challenge me because I'm competitive and I will.
Oh, okay.
Because we can immediately set up a space podcast. That's not
Hey, look, you being competitive don't mean you good.
Don't read it.
It's a big difference. I'm sorry.
Look how good you are.
I'm amazing. Look,
Oh,
I'm
you're
a man of many
amazing.
talents, and spades is one of them.
Well, we don't know about your cooking, so that's the one I'm trying to find out.
Whoa.
Oh,
You know what?
No, you do. You do know about his cooking. You can watch the episode with him and his friends from North Carolina. Shout out.
Oh my God! Really, we're gonna go back
When
to
he first made shrimp and grits for them. I'm gonna have to specifically
Well,
do that.
from my recollection,
Okay. Don't even worry
Kareem
about it.
made the grits at the last event, and they were very you did.
I did make the
But who made the shrimp? Exactly.
It wasn't just you.
No, it
You were
was
by
me.
yourself.
Fuck out it. You know what?
No, I'm just
Let me get a.
No. He did. He made the shrimp.
It was,
And look,
They were really good.
it was good. Okay.
Oh my God.
He definitely made the shrimp. They were really
The
good.
shrimp was good.
He just
Hey,
had
shout out
help.
to Nigel.
He just had help
It was a
peeling the shrimp.
collaborative.
But
Thank you.
to-
Oh,
but-
feeling. Yeah, that was cooking.
No.
Got it.
But to
Got-
Nigel,
shout out to Ty. But
to
still.
Nigel's credit, Nigel called me the morning of that day and was like, "Hey, I'm going to the Amish market. Do you need anything? Do you want me to pick up anything?"
I
So
love that.
I love
Shout out
his
to the Amish
energy
market.
always.
Don't call me asking me if I want something from the
And I
Amish
was like,
market.
no, I don't
Okay,
need
'cause
anything.
I'll
But
give
he
you a list.
literally had everything covered. He
That's
had
so
all the
sweet.
meats. He had the fruit, the everything.
Yo, first of all, I bought probably like 40 things of fruit. Niggas ain't touching
Yes, we
none
do.
of them fruit.
Some of us.
Nobody ever touches the fruit.
That fruit was so good. That
Some of it.
mango.
It was very fresh. Look. Why did he buy mango? So
No,
let's-
first I just want to say, Nigel, I love mango as well. And I just want you to know I have been on the search for the past 2 months for like the perfect, juicy, sweet mango fragrances.
Don't say that because he gonna tell you he is the juice.
That's me.
He's like my bath water.
By then,
It's the juicy
by then,
mango fragrance.
on the what day was that? It was the Valentine's Day one.
Was it Valentine's Day? I think so.
Yeah, no, it was before. that
No,
one.
don't
Don't worry about it.
Well-
I will. You know what I will do? I'll take a sample, the atomizer, and I'll give you one, unless you think yes, it is worth
It
it.
smells so good.
Okay.
Like you gonna hit the mango will hit you.
smells
It's
so
gonna hit you
good.
right here. Like
And what's the other one that it
Oh,
doesn't
I'm
smell like
intrigued.
fruit, but it's the one that we smell. It said we smell like you're going to Dubai.
Is that for him or for me?
I don't know. It was on this table, and I was like, "This smells like we're going on a trip to Dubai."
Imperial. It was Imperial. It was the intense Imperial.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was a.
You know what? Let's go ahead and end this, and we can have some after hours before we gotta go.
Bowling.
Any final words you have?
Thank you for having me. I hope y'all tune in to this episode and all of the future and past episodes of Can We Be Fragrant?
Absolutely.
Because this is an awesome podcast.
Absolutely.
And stay tuned to all that they have in
Thank you.
store.
I love your voice, by the way.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
It's very sultry.
Yes.
It's very sultry.
I'll keep.
No problem. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. Like, go ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you once again for coming on. Thank you for you as always. Of course.
It's too, by the way, too.
As y'all watch the episode, we put a lot into it. Just come subscribe, like, and also we do have a store if you want one of these great fragrances. I'm saying Fragrance Matrix, choose your bottle of choice. You got the red bottle or
Come on with this, yeah.
Yeah.
You want a red? You would choose the
I
red
should
bottle or
have
the
wore my
blue
shirt today. I just purchased 2 shirts from the shop,
bottle? Well, you know what?
and I wore one on National Fragrance Day.
You better.
Oh, I love
And you
that.
know what? That's even more of a reason you're gonna have to come back on the show again.
Period. I'm always
Okay.
ready. I stay
Period.
ready.
Okay.
but,
And I love it here. This is my favorite. This is like one of my favorite interactions. When I look forward to the interaction and the banter between us and now you. But I just look forward to it all the time. This is like such a refreshing space. We're talking about things that we're all passionate about. And I love it here. And I hope I can come back again and again and again and again.
Passionate about fragrances.
For sure.
I love this stuff. I love when I just get to sit and talk somebody's ear off about fragrances. I remember I went to a wedding. Shout out to Olinka. But my cousin, I didn't even know she was going to be there. She's friends of the groom. I'm friends of the bride. Ended up going to a wedding. Didn't know that we knew each other. Oh, no, that we didn't know that we knew that they knew each other. Ended up going to the wedding, and she was like, "What are you wearing?" I'm like, "What are you wearing?"
Oh.
Had a whole conversation about 2 hours. We're supposed to be interacting with other people, and we just wrapping each other up.
Yeah.
So it's a pleasure having you all on. Jessica, I hit her up. I love saying stuff and giving people their credit on camera because I don't want it to ever be a point where they don't know how you feel about them. But when I hit this woman up and I'm like, "We need you this weekend," she was like, "Say less." Boom, boom, boom.
it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be available. So always thank you.
Thank you.
It's a good time. I just wish I didn't have to get out of here so early. So this could be we leave at 2 a.m. type of
For
type
sure.
of day.
We need one of those.
But thank you all again for giving us your time. To the viewers out there, thank you for giving us your time. And we're gonna end this with peace. Thank you.